Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Philasophikal from the Let's Rock podcast, and this is your Freedom Friday. Basically, what's been on my mind this week is basically why are men so afraid of losing women, right? So I look at this as a way of sometimes we as men, we become very soft. We're complaining about the way women act. We're complaining about how women behave and react in certain situations. Basically, the problem is like, it takes us to change within ourselves to be able to change how women are reacting, right? We get in toxic situations and stay in these situations instead of communicating. And then we stay and we stay and we stay, sometimes 2 years, 4 years, 8 years, 10 years, 15 years, and doesn't even have any potential of moving further than what it should be, right? Also, another problem is men have gotten to a point where we stop our potential. We stop the ambition. We stop the go-getting. We stop the drive, right? We have all this go-getting. We have all this ambition. We have all this drive before we get into date someone, a relationship. But as soon as we get into a relationship, it stops. And I'm trying to understand why, right? When you lack a certain drive or go-getter when you're with someone, that means you lacked it when you weren't with someone, right? So I'm trying to understand what's the purpose, right, of stopping your standards and expectations just because you're dating someone. What's the purpose of not being able to build with someone, but you rather be with someone that tears you down, right? What is the purpose of that? What is the reason, man, for staying in situations knowing you're not supposed to? And I'm trying to get a grasp answer on that, right? So what I did was I had to look within myself, within my marriage, right? The pros outweigh the cons. Is she there for you emotionally? Is she supporting you? Are you supporting her? Are you there for her emotionally? Usually we are emotionally attached to people that need saving, that need help, but aren't willing to reciprocate that in many different ways. A lot of times, men, we're not committed to the decision-making process. We're not committing to the fact that we stop our expectations and standards once we're with someone and letting the woman lead. And I'm trying to understand why, right? And I know it's different situations for different people. But the point is, commit to the decision. Commit to what you want to strive and what you want to achieve to, right? And I'm trying to come up with the answer to the fact that we're stopping our life for someone that doesn't look at it the same way we do initially, right? For example, if you're looking to be a millionaire, you get with someone, a woman that's attractive and beautiful, we stop, right? And we lay down all our standards and expectations. And then when it's time to try to change that, we don't communicate and we stay for the wrong reasons. We stay in toxic situations. Why? Because I've done it, right? I stayed in toxic situations because I was afraid to lose someone, because I felt like no one was out there better than the person I was with. And that's the real answer. Self-esteem, we gotten soft, we gotten to a point where we're afraid to quit on someone that's willing to quit on us. And that's the real problem. Too many times we're fighting for women that aren't willing to fight for us, right? Too many times we're stopping our standards and expectations for women that clearly are trying to dictate the wrong things. Our bank accounts, the agenda, as we've talked about, right? So a lot of times what happens is we stop the drive, we stop the standards, we stop the expectations, instead of moving forward and trying to build with someone. We ignore the red flags. We ignore the fact that we stay in situations where when it's time to change, it's too late. And I'm here to tell you the solution is you got to change yourself before you can articulate and communicate on changing a situation within your own relationship, within your own marriage, right? Like, for example, if you have problems providing for yourself, What makes you think you're not going to have problems providing for a partner? Not saying it can't be done, but my point is that figure out ways on how you can provide not only for yourself, but for a partner. Because a lot of times what happens is you put that energy out in the air that you can't provide, you're not making a lot of money, you're broke, you're this, that, and the third, you get that back in return. And you get people that take advantage of you, right? So my point is, don't be afraid to let someone go that isn't right for you. You know what I mean? A lot of times, 86% of women are filing for divorce in this country because they're not afraid to leave a man that's not right for them. But we as men, we're afraid to leave a woman that's not right for us. And the question is why? Because you don't want to quit on somebody that's clearly ready to quit on you? Because you're not committing to the decisions you need to make in your life. And that's the problem. We've gotten soft. We're letting go of our standards and expectations for this one person that doesn't agree or may not fit the same criteria we need them to be. So we stop everything to fit within this box for them to value us. Stop. For what? All right. So free yourself from the fact that stop staying with people that don't fit the criteria that you need to be. Stop staying with people that don't fit within the mold and expectations you need them to be, right? Stop blaming others for the expectations you haven't filled for yourself. That's exactly what we're doing. We're staying in relationships that are toxic. Women are leaving every day. But what signal, what message would you send to a woman to say, yo, I ain't standing for that? We're staying with women that are cheating on us. We're staying with women that aren't taking care of us, that aren't willing to take care of us, that want to dictate your pockets instead of your purpose and try to help you get to a purpose because you stop your standards and expectations on where you should be. All right? I'm Philosophical. This is your Freedom Friday. I'm out.